Good morning, students. We have seen some reactions based on nucleophilic addition. Here, next reaction is nucleophilic addition elimination reaction. Means in this reaction, nucleophilic addition reaction takes place as well as elimination occurs. Here, if we consider this carbonyl group, CO group, when it is treated with ammonia derivative, that means one hydrogen atom from ammonia is replaced by any other atom or group of atom, then we get this ammonia derivative. So when carbonyl compound react with ammonia derivative, then addition reaction takes place. So here this NH2 group act as nucleophile. It attack on carbonyl carbon, breaks this bond, and we get this intermediate. So this is after nucleophilic addition reaction. When it is heated, then this dehydration takes place and we get this C double bond N Z, means this is imine. This group is imine, so corresponding imine is formed and this imine is known as Schiff's base. So substituted imine is known as Schiff's base. You remember this. Then we'll consider some nucleophilic addition elimination reaction of this ammonia derivative. First reaction is action of hydroxylamine. Here hydroxylamine is NH2OH. Consider these examples: CH3, C double bond OH. This is acetaldehyde. When acetaldehyde is treated with H2NOH, that is hydroxylamine, when it is heated, that means nucleophilic addition takes place followed by removal of water molecule and we get product CH3 CH double bond NOH plus H2O, means this is called as acetaldoxime. So formation of acetaldoxime takes place. Similarly, when ketones are treated with this hydroxylamine, then we get corresponding oxime called as acetoxime. So this is acetoxime. Formation of acetoxime takes place when acetone is treated with hydroxylamine. So this is the method of preparation of corresponding oxime. These oximes are very important to get amines by reduction of such compounds. So we will use this in next chapter. Then next is action of hydrazine. Hydrazine is substituted amine in which hydrogen atom from this ammonia is replaced by NH2 group. So it becomes hydrazine. When this acetaldehyde is treated with hydrazine, it undergo nucleophilic addition and elimination reaction to get corresponding hydrazone. So here we'll get hydrazone. So this is acetaldehyde hydrazone. Next reaction is when ketone is treated with such hydrazine, then nucleophilic addition reaction followed by elimination takes place to form CH3 C double bond NH2 CH3. So formation of this acetone hydrazone takes place. Acetone hydrazone. Next reaction is action of phenylhydrazine. Here when one hydrogen atom from hydrazine is replaced by phenyl group, then we get phenylhydrazine. So this is the phenylhydrazine. When this phenylhydrazine is treated with acetaldehyde, then dehydration takes place to form CH3 CH double bond NNHPH. So formation of this corresponding acetaldehyde phenylhydrazone takes place. So this is acetaldehyde phenylhydrazone. When we'll take ketone, then this ketone combines with phenylhydrazine. If it is heated, then we get acetone phenylhydrazone. So we'll get this product. Okay, so when phenylhydrazine react with aldehyde and ketone, we get corresponding phenylhydrazone. Next reaction is action of semicarbazide. This is semicarbazide, NH2, NHCO, NH2. So this is semicarbazide. When semicarbazide is treated with aldehyde, then we get CH3 CH double bond NNHCO NH2 means formation of acetaldehyde semicarbazone takes place. So this is semicarbazone. So formation of semicarbazone takes place. Then if we take ketone, then ketone combines with this semicarbazide to form corresponding ketone semicarbazone. So here we'll get CH3 CCH3 double bond NNHCO NH2. Then next reaction is action of 2,4-diphenylhydrazine. So diphenylhydrazine is H2NH. So this is 2,4-dinitro phenylhydrazine. So this is 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. We can write DNP. When it combines with aldehyde, then dehydration takes place by addition and elimination reaction, and we get corresponding two 4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. Similarly, ketones react with this 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. We get corresponding 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone of this ketone. So we get such 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. So this is about action of ammonia and ammonia derivative. Next reaction is haloform reaction. So formation of haloform like chloroform and iodoform takes place by using this reaction. So formation of chloroform and iodoform occurs. Here basic thing is that which compound shows corresponding reaction. Compound which contain CH3CO group or CH3CHOH group shows this reaction. For example, if acetone is treated with NaOI in presence of NaOH and I2, we get iodoform. So there may be question for 1 mark. Which of the following shows iodoform test? So you remember CH3CHOH group and CH3CO group. If such group is present, then, or we can say methyl ketone means methyl group should be present, then we get corresponding. Next reaction is oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. Consider acetaldehyde, which on oxidation in presence of K2Cr2O7 dilute H2SO4, it gives corresponding carboxylic acid. So here acetaldehyde on oxidation gives carboxylic acid as final product. That is, acetaldehyde react with acidified potassium dichromate to form acetic acid. So this is acetic acid. If we consider ketones does not undergo oxidation easily. So when it is treated with CrO3, that is chromic acid, then it gives CH3COOH plus CH3COOH. Means ketone does not undergo oxidation with mild oxidizing agent. So it undergoes oxidation by strong oxidizing agent like CrO3. Then we can consider another example, CH3 C11O C2H5. When it undergo oxidation by using CrO3, then it gives CH3COOH plus C2H5COOH. So we get mixture of two carboxylic acids. So this is about oxidation of aldehyde and ketone. Next reaction is Clemenson's reduction. In this Clemenson's reduction, when this aldehyde or ketone is treated with zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl, then this CO group is converted into CH2 group. Means acetaldehyde gives ethane as product. When ketone is treated with Clemenson's reduction, that is zinc amalgam, in presence of concentrated HCl, it gives propane as product. So formation of propane takes place in this reaction. So for conversion of this carbonyl group to hydrocarbon, this Clemenson's reduction is useful. Next reaction is Wolff-Kishner reduction. For this Wolff-Kishner reduction, if we take example of aldehyde CH3C double bond OH. When it is treated with H2NNH2, that is hydrazine, it gives addition product, that is CH3 CH double bond NNH2. So formation of corresponding hydrazone takes place. In second step, when hydrazone is heated with KOH or NaOH in presence of ethylene glycol, KOH or NaOH in presence of ethylene glycol, mostly KOH is used, then we get CH3, that is ethane is formed with evolution of N2 gas. So this is again very important reaction for conversion of this carbonyl group into hydrocarbon. We can take another example, that is CH3COC6H5. This is acetophenone. When it is treated with H2NNH2, then we get corresponding hydrazone, which on further reaction with KOH in presence of ethylene glycol, gives ethyl benzene. So formation of ethyl benzene takes place. So you can take different examples and convert this aldehyde or ketone into hydrocarbon. If question is asked, how will you prepare butane from ketone, then you have to take 4 carbon ketone and convert this into corresponding